Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and my craft studio here in Eagle, Idaho. Today is episode 2 of my July stamp set of the month series, which features the Unicorn Picnic stamp set from Fawn. I love unicorns, and today's episode is all about glitter. Maybe to see if there is such a thing as too much glitter or not. You be the judge. Okay, so last week I told you that if you left a comment, you would get your name into a drawing to win one of the cards from that video. So I have randomly selected a winner from all the comments that you guys left me. And by the way, you guys are so nice to me. You're so kind, and it means so much to me. I really appreciate all the comments and just chatting with you guys. I absolutely love it. So I randomly selected a winner, and the winner is Iris Weiss. Congratulations, Iris. I will be in contact with you. I will comment back on the comment you left on the last video. So make sure that you're checking your YouTube to see if you're a winner, because I'm doing another giveaway. So leave a comment on today's video and you will be entered in to win one of the cards from today's video. And I will announce the winner next week. Now, all the cards from this month's video will be sent out at the end of the month. So make sure and take note of that they will be coming later, because I'm going to do a big review video like I did this month. You guys loved it. Okay, this is kind of a long video because I'm making 3 cards, so I should stop talking and start stamping. Here we go. I started by pulling out all the glittery and shimmery and sparkly things I could think of in my stamp studio. I have some gels here that I will definitely be using, but I also have fine glitter and chunky glitter and splatter and Stickles and a glitter pen, just like all these things. Some of them I used, some of them I didn't, but the goal was to see if I could make myself sick of glitter, right? So we need all the things out and available to inspire me. First, I'm going to be using the Starry Sky Stencil that is new from Fawn with my different gels. So I have 3 different gels. I'm going to do 3 different backgrounds and 3 different cards. For the first card, I am taking some spun sugar and my cloudy stencil and creating a background just by blending that on, moving the stencil down as I go and turning it each time I move it down. And I will just finish that up with about 5 rows of clouds. When I get to the very end of these backgrounds, I do like to put a little bit more ink at the very bottom, because all the clouds have that soft blended look. I want the bottom one to have that as well. Then I'm going to tape on that Starry Sky Stencil, and I'm going to be using that Metallix foil or Metallix gel from Deco foil, and it is the color White Pearl. So this isn't actually glittery, but it's very shimmery, and it's like frosting. It's super yummy when I put it on here. It looks like frosting and it feels like frosting. I did not taste it. I'm gonna say it doesn't taste like frosting. It didn't smell like frosting, so I left it alone and just used it for my card, and I love how it turned out. Super cool. I set that aside to dry, went on to background number 2 with Salty Ocean. I'm doing the same exact cloudy background as I did before, and I have this bright blue background. And then I'm going to stick that to the stencil and use the Glitter Glitz gel from Gina. This is the color Iridescent. This one is definitely has a little bit more texture to it because of the glitter in it, and it's fabulous. If you've never used like a glitter gel like this, this is the one. This is the one. It's so good. The glitter is really fine. It's iridescent like it claims to be, so when you turn it in the light, you actually see the rainbow reflection in that glitter. So it's fabulous. I love it. I'm going to set that aside to dry. And for background number 3, I'm going to do some good old-fashioned ink blending using those 2 same colors, Spun Sugar and Salty Ocean, and just bringing them from either end to meet in the middle and hopefully overlap. And then they will mix and they will blend and they will create purple. That's my goal. That's my desire. That's my hope, my wish, my dream. And right here, I was like, I'm not sure this is happening. And I just kept going, I kept blending, and then I thought, okay, we're getting something here. It's a very light, dusty lavender, and I was in love with it. I'm going over the top of this one, same stencil, but I am using the Stickles glitter gel, and this is the color Moon Dust. So the glitter inside this one is, it's varied. So there's some fine glitter and there's some bigger pieces. I love it. It's super fun. I would say it's the most subtle of the 3 products that I used. So we'll set that aside to dry. And when I did set that aside to dry, I set it in my window and I looked outside a little bit later and there was a sunset that totally matched my background. It was quite exciting. So now I am showing you all the images I stamped from the Unicorn Picnic. I also used the small unicorn stamp set called A Little Sparkle and Winter Unicorn. So I used all 3 of the unicorn sets that I have from Lawn Fawn. I stamped those with VersaFine Onyx black ink. I heat set them onto Bristol smooth paper so that I could use my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers to color these in. I haven't used these in a while. So it was kind of fun to get them out and do a little bit of watercoloring. I have a water brush there that I'm blending these out with, but I also like to blend them with each other, which I think I decided after today is my favorite way to use them, because I feel like when I blend them out with water, they get really they dry back really light, and I went over some of those areas with more ink later. So I think I'm going to save that technique for water blending when I use them on watercolor paper and blend them out with each other on Bristol Smooth. But if you ever have used real brush markers, whether it's these, the Zig markers, or the Arteza markers, which I also love, I highly recommend using Bristol Smooth paper. Like, it is really the way to go. If you don't have good results with these markers on the paper that you're using, please try the Bristol Smooth paper by Strathmore. It's really good. I will link it for you below in case you need to find it. So here I am just coloring my unicorns all different colors. So I'm going to have brown unicorns, tan unicorns, gray ones, and white ones. I like the diversity, just as I do with people. So I am coloring these in all different fun colors, and I think they're really cute, and it's really fun to have all the mix in there. I like their hair to be a solid color, but then you'll see in just a minute that I did vary their hair, and I was in love with it. I just don't want to do regular, straight up, like rainbow hair that I always do. So that's why I'm challenging myself with different color combinations. So here's those other unicorns from the A Little Sparkle set, and the Winter Unicorn was the one with the scarf. He's so cute. And I have, he's the only one that has a regular like dot for an eye versus like an eyelid with a little eyelash on it. So I like that. It's also something different. All right, so here I am doing the hair where it's varied. So I'm starting with a pink marker, and then I'm going to blend these together just like I did with the background. So at the other end, I have blue, and then I'm going to bring in some lighter shades of the blue, lighter shades of the pink, and kind of meet them in the middle. I'm going to have all the markers listed on my blog for you guys. I didn't like take a screenshot of all the markers because they don't have the numbers on the end, but I have them set aside, so I'll go ahead and list them out on my blog post for you. That'll be linked for you below if you're interested in that. But here you can see all the different hair combinations I did. Okay, so I die cut all of the things, and then I'm going to start adding more shimmer and more glitter. So this first one is like, let's just ease into the glitteriness. So I have my Wink Stella pen. I'm using that to blend out the blue line that I did around the clouds. I'm adding it to my unicorn's hair, their horn, their hooves, all the things, the fairy wings, and getting this first card ready to go. This is going to be my pink card. So I've got some pink and brown unicorns. I love the pink and brown color combination. I do. So I thought let's just go with that for this card. So I'm going to put down the cloud that I stamped, and then I also have some clouds that I die cut with the die that die cuts the stamped smaller cloud from the Unicorn Picnic set, but I used the Pixie Dust glitter paper. So there's another way I threw in some glitter on this card. So we've got the background is shimmery, we've got the glitter paper, we got the wink of Stella. Like, I'm just seeing, I'm like a little girl who is gonna eat candy till they get sick, right? It's Halloween, I'm gonna eat all this candy till I get sick. I'm gonna just use up all the glitter things I can to see if I get sick, because this saying in this stamp set says you can never have enough glitter. Is that true? I really wondered, is that true? So I'm putting it to the test today. That's what I'm doing. All right, so here you can see my unicorn just dried back a little bit lighter than I wanted, and I didn't feel like it coordinated well with the other unicorn on this card. So I colored it up and I like it better. But can you see here? I forgot the word U. It's a separate stamp. So I redid it, and I was glad I did because the pink was a little bit too light. The embossing powder that I used here is called Silver Pearl. It's from Ranger, and I embossed it over the top of some, Distress Oxide ink in Picked Raspberry. There it is. Just took a minute to access that information. And I'm covering this with some Wink of Stella. I also put some glitter pen over my little sprinkles that are falling down on to those snacks that the unicorn has. So there you have it. There's card number 1 mounted onto a white card base. Don't worry, I'm going to come back at the end and do the insides of these cards. If you know, if you've been watching, I'm working on the insides. So now I'm taking a 2-way glue pen and some sparkle dust glitter from Fun Stamper's Journey and pouring this onto all of the things. Like, all the pieces I picked out to put on this blue card, I am glittering. So here we go. Let's test out this theory. Can we have too much glitter? And I definitely want to know what you guys think about these cards. Did I go over the top at any point? Too much glitter for you? Where's your glitter threshold? Let me know. So this glitter is really fine. So I'm just putting it on everything, like the fairy wings, the little star of the wand. It's just so much fun. And I might have made a little bit of a mess, but you know what? This is my craft room. It's not my dining room. So I decided it was okay to get glitter on, you know, my desk and things. It was going to be all right. So I'm gluing these clouds down. I did stamp an extra long cloud and some extra of these smaller clouds so that I could just create this really puffy cloud at the bottom. I am creating a pull tab card. So you can see I die cut the top with the pull tab opening, and I die cut a long slit by using that slit die 2 times. And then I'm going to put my unicorn on here and trace around it, because that tab that I'm supposed to stick the unicorn to in order to get it to move up and down is bigger than my unicorn. So with that there, I can cut away that excess. I don't have to cut it like exactly. I just need to cut away that excess so it does not show. So in the last video, I talked about a conversation that my daughter and I had, that she told me unicorns cannot fly. And I was like, well, it's my card. It's my story. My unicorn can fly if I wanted to. No, Mom, Pegasus fly and unicorns don't. So this is my story in these next 2 cards about how unicorns can fly. And that's why we have the pull tab, because you're going to see this unicorn float and fly up into the air. So I'm attaching the unicorn with some double stick tape to that pull tab. And then I'm going to put this little fairy as if it's riding on the unicorn's back, because my daughter was making a card with me last week and she put a fairy on the back of the unicorn. I was like, genius, I have to do that. So I totally copied my daughter. She's 11 and she likes to be crafty, and I thought it was such a cool idea. So shout out to Hannah for her crafty idea. All right, so I just put that brace around the back of the pull tab so it doesn't slide around. And then the piece that die cut out when I cut the notch at the top, I glued back onto that pull tab mechanism. I'm going to add in all the cute things here, my extra unicorns and some more fairies. And we all know that fairies have what is that called? Glitter dust. You know, fairies have it. Tinkerbell, she sparkles it, she sprinkles it, and Peter Pan can fly. Yeah, that's how my unicorn can fly. Pixie dust. I know you were all shouting it at me, pixie dust, and you'll see that sprinkling down there from that fairy with the wand. That's going to be the thing that helps my unicorn to fly. So my unicorns can fly. The little unicorn up there on the cloud, he already had pixie dust and he flew up to the cloud. So yeah, that's how that works. So I'm mounting that with some foam tape onto a top folding A2 size card, and you can see when you pull the tab, that unicorn flies. And what do you think? Does this card have too much glitter? Is it too much? Let's look. I don't know. All right, card number 3. I am bringing in the Stitched Rainbow die set. Had to have it. And I'm die cutting this base from just some printer paper that I didn't need, that I can glue all the bows for this rainbow onto. And I am not doing traditional rainbow colors. And I have to tell you, I love it. It's so much fun to do. Like, I feel like this card is like my childhood come to life. Right? The 80s with pink and purple and turquoise. It's just so much fun. So this time I'm using the Lawn Fawn's chunky glitter, and I'm putting it on all the things. So this is the point right here. Putting glitter on these unicorns that's super chunky and, by the way, super yummy, is when I thought I've reached that point when, yes, there's too much glitter. It's too much glitter. I need to know what you guys think. Is this too much? Like, does it look like an 8-year-old made it? Because I feel like 8-year-old Carrie made this card. So, girls, friends, guys, I need to know. Tell me what you think. Did I go overboard? Is it too much glitter? All right, so this is going to be an interactive card. I am using the reveal wheel, but it's not going to necessarily reveal anything. It's just going to move. I like to do these cards where you move something with the reveal wheel. I saw this on Instagram. She has an Instagram name that's like Oak Hill Granny, but I'm not sure I know her actual name. If you're watching, will you tell me your name? You know, you showed me that Yeti card with the snowboard. Yeah, so if you're watching, please tell me your name. Okay, so I am putting the reveal wheel behind the window so I can't see any of the score lines on that wheel, and then I'm sticking it down to the panel on the back so it will move. And now I'm going to add all my pretty things, all my glittery things. I love these clouds from this die set with the little faces. I even put glitter on their cheeks. This card is so extra. Okay, so my unicorn is going to stand down here. Look at how I stamped the little sparkles on their bums. I love it. I love it so much. And then I added my fairies. I didn't end up using the ice cream cone or the donut. They had too much glitter. I couldn't do it. They didn't look right. Okay, so then I'm going to add my 2 panels together, putting foam square all the way around that reveal wheel, but not touching it. I put 1 foam square onto that reveal wheel panel that my unicorn sticks to, so I can move him back and forth like he's flying over the rainbow. All right, so we have a top folding A2 size card base in pink, and then a darker lavender to be a matte for my reveal wheel panel. And then I have some sugar plum ink that I'm stamping Turn the Wheel, which is from the reveal wheel sentiment stamp set. And then here's where I ruined the whole card. As if it didn't have enough glitter, I stamped magical on it. Like, it's like I've never made cards before. Like, I didn't know this wasn't a good idea when I know it's not a good idea. There's foam squares there. Your card is all the way done. Why would you do this? And then you stamp it a second time? Yeah, I am sorry, guys. So then I stamped it again on that light lavender paper, and I'm going to fussy cut it. Now, my friend Georgie, she is so good at this. Like, she's magical at cutting out sentiments with her scissors. So I am channeling my inner Georgie and fussy cutting this out like it was die cut, and it turns out okay. I'm okay with it. It's one of those things like, you know, don't look super close, but if you hold it back, it looks absolutely fine. So I glued that over the top, and all was saved. Do I love it? Not as much as if I could have stamped it before I put the whole card together. But there is card number 3. I'm coming in with even more shimmer for those little things that don't have glitter on them, like the word and my little sundae, and that is card number 3. Is it too much? I will tell you that I went back with like a paintbrush and my fingernail and made sure I got off any excess glitter that I possibly could off of this card, just to kind of tone it down a little bit. But I'll tell you, as I made that card and then I slept on it and I'm doing the voiceover right now, I really thought I was going to come up to my stamp room this morning and rip those unicorns and fairies off and redo them without glitter on them. But I decided you needed to see it. You needed to decide, and you need to help me know if this is too much glitter. Okay, so I have all these extra unicorns and fairies and things, so I'm just using them to decorate the inside of my card. I did go back and add some stamping and some glitter pen to the inside, so you'll see photos of all of that at the very end. But here are the 3 cards. So each one gets a little bit more glittery as we go. And it was super fun to make, and I love that chunky glitter from Fawn so much. I will use it again, probably with a lighter hand. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I reached my point where you can have too much glitter. So anyways, I really want to hear from you. Chat with me down below. I will see you there. Let's talk about glitter in the comments below, and make sure when you leave a comment, you comment right away, because I am going to be giving away one of these cards to a lucky winner. So just by leaving a comment gets you into the random drawing, and the cards will be going out at the end of the month, because I'm going to do a review video at the end where I show all the cards. So make sure to comment, and if you're interested in any of the things that I used, you can find them linked for you in the description box below. And if you're new here, I have videos coming out every week, so feel free to subscribe, and if you ring the little bell, then YouTube will let you know next time I have a video and you can check it out. All right, thank you so much for watching, and happy stamping. Bye.